Hi, we're back with another episode for the Zooming Through Education podcast. And I'm really excited because this episode focuses on self care. And we will also wrap up the series. So that's really sad, but I'm happy because it's been quite a journey. But before we get into our discussions about self care and procrastination and well being, I want to check in with my two gals here. How are you both feeling today, mentally and physically, or pick one?
I mean, the fact that Sarah and I both did the chin thing at the same time, it's
I
like,
love that.
yeah. Right now, for those of you that aren't TCs and aren't following along with our actual timeline that we're in, if you're watching this in the future, we have about 2 weeks left before we start prac. So it's also a very hectic time for us. There's a billion and 10 assignments to do. I know that I have a list that I don't want to even look at right now. And then on top of it all, with like a job, we had a job fair today as well. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And that's why you shouldn't procrastinate. You should get everything done beforehand.
First tip of the episode.
Yes. What
How
about
about
you,
you,
Sarah?
Sarah?
Um, See, I've procrastinated some stuff, but some stuff I did way early on, and I still feel overwhelmed. Like, I think I only have 2 assignments left to do, and I don't feel like I have time, especially with the job fair. Like, I don't know what to prioritize right now. But so yeah, I feel overwhelmed and exhausted. It's great. How do you feel, Caitlin?
Right? Um, I also feel overwhelmed because, like Joanne, I have a long list of tasks to complete, and I feel like I don't have time as well with everything else going on. But I feel like we're both, I mean, we all are going to overcome this. The 2 weeks will pass by quickly, and then we'll be on to prac. So that's going to be fun.
And scarier. Yeah, the year that we're doing prac, there is no March break now. it's now
Weird.
April break. So that also conflicts with our schedules because we don't get a rating week for those of you that are tuning in. Which sad, but we'll get through it. Gotta
Yes.
think positively.
Yeah, we'll support each other. It is a really difficult time. This pandemic did change a lot of things, especially for us in second year. It's totally different from what we experienced last year. Yeah, but I'm excited for all of us at the same time. Okay, so let's get started with I guess our discussion about the topic. So the topic's about self-care and mental health. And I was going to ask, what does self-care mean to you personally?
Sarah, you go.
I think okay, I can go. I think for me, it's taking time to actually do something that I enjoy right now because again, online education, feel like I don't have a schedule, so anytime I'm not doing work, I feel bad and guilty that I'm not working on something, but trying to schedule time in like no, this is my set time. Going to read or watch a show or go for a walk and that's what I'm going to do. So it's making time for me, I guess.
Mm.
I've been down a very weird journey of trying to discover what self-care means to me. So that was partially like learning that procrastination does not mean self-care. Like leaving it for the next day does not mean that I will feel better, well, in the long run, I guess. Um, yeah, I guess like watching shows maybe with very good plots, not just to watch shows.
Preferably good plots.
Preferably good plots. Um, yeah, we we had a great discussion before the podcast talking about our shows that we've been watching. So that's the reason of the good plot. But yeah, I guess finding like a minute just to like be like on my own or like self-reflect, that's a good thing. Like I, now that everything is at home, I've been going on like drives at night, preferably. But it's just to get out of the house and just like to be in like my little bubble, my little car bubble.
That's nice. I like long drives. Yeah, at night is fun too because everything's so calm. And it's really great to blast music. But I like your point about feeling guilty about not working, Sarah. I feel like this virtual learning experience has embedded that idea inside my head. And I feel like when I'm not doing anything school related to, I'm always thinking about it. And then I become even more overwhelmed. So I totally can relate to that. Yeah, so self care for me, I guess, would mean feeling at ease, um, doing things that I love too. So reading before going to bed. I've been reading a lot lately, so that's been great. And eating good food. So I have a sweet tooth, so for me, I find therapy in that, but some people are like, no, don't do that because it's not healthy. But I don't care. So that's my form of self care. And that's what it means to me.
Whatever makes you happy, that's what matters.
I know.
I've been following your Goodreads, Caitlin.
Yes, follow me on Goodreads.
Caitlin has a Goodreads.
I just made it, I think earlier this month or last month. Yeah.
Yeah. It also means that you can see how often I've been reading instead of doing work, but
Ooh.
It's okay.
What you want to plug that right now, both of you? I don't have a Goodreads. I don't know what you're supposed to, how you search somebody up on Goodreads.
I don't know how you search
I don't know. I just found Sarah because
Facebook, I think.
Facebook, yeah. We were both connected to Facebook, but I don't know. We don't have usernames. It's
No.
just our own name.
It's an odd site. Join
Yeah.
us, Joanna.
I mean,
somehow find us.
I just like reading books and then not reviewing them because I sit in my own review and I think about it and I'm like,
I just give them stars. I don't write extensive reviews on, like, one book I didn't like, I gave it 2 stars because I'm not that mean. And I just wrote, it was okay, ? That was my official review.
I think I saw that. I love reviewing books that I've read. It's fun.
Yeah, your book reviews are well thought out. Your updates are well thought out. Mine are not.
Because you're such a proper English teacher. This is what happens when you get an English teacher reviewing books.
Yeah. It's fun. Okay, that's also a form of therapy for me too.
Yeah.
Criticizing books. The small things.
Getting your anger out on that horrible book that you read.
Right? I haven't read a horrible book though. I think all the books I've read recently are pretty good. So that's a good sign. I mean, who knows what to expect. Okay, so I guess we should move on to the next question. So what do you engage in that brings you joy? I know we talked a little bit about this already, but I guess if there's anything else you wanted to add?
I mean, getting to talk on Zoom. having our, I can't even say weekly because we don't even do this weekly anymore, but like having to meet up and just chat about life, it's nice.
Mm-hmm. It is nice.
Brings joy.
Aww.
Even talking with other classmates that I'm not close with. For the one class, I was in a breakout room for like an hour with 3 other people. We were the last ones to get to talk to the prof. And we ended up talking about life because we ran out of stuff to talk about, but it was nice hearing how other people are doing.
Yeah, I know. The only way you can really communicate with anyone these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also been, last year, and it's continued into this year, I really like snail mail. My favorite thing now. People get really excited. They always send a photo. Like, look what I got. Like, yes, they received.
I wonder who you're talking about, Sarah.
Yes, I got a Valentine from Sarah a few days ago. So that was really
Still
sweet.
waiting on mine.
Should get there eventually.
Sarah's like, you're actually not my Valentine, just so you know. It's just Caitlin.
Just
It was
Caitlin.
so
Yeah.
cute. Scooby-Doo Valentine.
Yeah, I bought Scooby-Doo ones because why would I get normal ones? That's boring.
Yes. So nostalgic.
But yeah. Thinking about your question, like we were saying, I've been reading a lot. I've strained my eye twice, so I don't think it's been the healthiest. Probably not good for self-care when you're hurting yourself physically doing your hobby. But yeah, reading, doodling. I've been spending time with family when I can.
That's nice. Any book recommendations?
I
Think about it hard, Sarah.
No, like I read
Who
the
else is
Throne of Glass
watching?
series. I finished the Throne of Glass series. I read it all in January.
Yeah.
I think I finished the last one in February 2nd, I want to say.
Oh.
It was good. It was really good. And I think I like anything that she writes. I've read 11 of her books in the past since October. It's been a journey. Sarah J. Maas, I love her now.
I need to check this out. Are these like fantasy books?
Yeah, they're fantasy.
Oh, okay.
So the Throne of Glass series is YA, it's young
Mhm.
adult. And then A Court of Thorns and Roses, that series was YA and then it got reclassified, so it's adult now. Because there was adult themes that should not have been in there. That's great. And the new book is coming out on Tuesday, and I have it pre-ordered, so it's gonna ship to me, and I'm really excited.
Ooh.
Like ridiculously excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then she has a Crescent City series she started, and it's adult fantasy. I like fantasy. I'm really bad at spreading out among other genres, but I like fantasy.
Oh, that's great.
It really, I guess it's really upsetting when you like really begin to like an author's work and then they just stop writing. And then you sit there and you've read pretty much everything and you're still waiting for that like last book that they promised you that they were going to publish. So,
Yeah.
that's the only downside.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, who has done that?
I remember when I was in high school, I read this book. It was about some like angel or something. I don't remember what it was called, but there was supposed to be another book written, and I was so invested in it. And then they said that they were going to make a movie out of the first one, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is great." And then nothing happened. And I I became very sad. So,
empty promises. You need to move on.
I can't move on. I'm heartbroken.
Oh my gosh. I think I know that book though. Is it the one? Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Our book club.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we can start a book club now since our podcast is ending.
We have a new series of book clubs.
I don't even have time.
You know.
There's no time.
We'll wait till after everything.
Once we're actually employed and
Yes.
graduated.
Yes, that sounds like a plan. Okay, so now the next question I have, this is a big one. How do you cope with the stress and anxiety amidst this pandemic?
I guess like car rides, like I said. That's the main one for me.
I also like car rides. No, I do, but when I do a car ride, it's in the middle of the country, so I have to watch for deer.
Oh,
Yeah, and moose. That only happens rarely though, and that's terrifying. If there's a moose on the side of the road, come to a stop. Like don't mess around because where your eyes are, that's their knees. They're massive.
Don't they say if you're driving and you see like a deer or a moose in the middle of the road and like it's better for you to just like speed up and let it tumble over your car? Because
if you can stop safely, I would stop.
Yeah,
because
but
if you see one, they're probably not alone. There's usually like 2 or 3 deer. This is coming from someone who's almost hit many a deer, but I have stopped. And my brothers, 2 of them have hit deer and totaled cars. Welcome to Canada. Fun place.
Oh, wow.
I love living in a city where the only animal that I should be afraid of is a raccoon and maybe the feral geese.
There are
Oh, yeah.
raccoons here too. It's not a
The raccoons
big
are
of
my
an issue.
friends. The geese, not so much. I can deal with a
Doesn't
raccoon.
hurt anyone.
I don't like geese.
I watched a video the other day and it was like what other people think that Canadians are afraid of, and it's like, wolves, like bear, like mooses, and like everything else, and then it's like what Canadians are really afraid of, which is geese. Just
True.
video of people getting attacked by geese. I'm like, oh gosh. No.
Mhm. And there were so many of them at York.
That's so true.
Trent
So
gets a
many.
lot too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like on the other side of campus.
We just
Oh,
haven't
okay.
dealt with them. That's what it is.
They know we're afraid. They smell the fear.
Yeah.
Caitlin, why
Well,
do I feel like you got attacked by by a few geese in your lifetime at York?
No, I haven't, but like I think I stepped on their poop like once. And that
Yeah.
wasn't fun.
Oh, another thing for the pandemic. Talking to friends is nice, but Netflix parties have been great because you can watch a trashy movie and have commentary with your best friends, just ripping the movie apart in real time. It feels great. Or you watch a movie you love. That's another option.
Hmm.
I still haven't had a Netflix party.
Me
It's a hella
too.
party now. They've changed it.
Caitlin, me and you date. Valentine's Day date.
Aw.
Galentine's.
Valentine's. Sarah, you can join too.
Oh, okay. Also playing video games, like multiplayer video games with friends.
Hmm.
I did that earlier in the pandemic, not so much now. But my one friend and I used to visit each other's Animal Crossing islands all the time to help her out. It was great. I played Stardew Valley with my brothers. I played Minecraft with my brothers when it was revived for that weird time. Everyone was playing it again.
It's all PewDiePie, okay? Like,
It was 100% PewDiePie. Like he revived.
Really?
seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I don't
started
watch
playing
PewDiePie,
again.
but I
Oh,
know he's like the #1 gamer YouTuber.
I can't even tell you for how many years I've watched him.
Really?
Yeah.
He's been in the business for a long time.
He has a ridiculous amount of subscribers.
How many?
I like
Over 100 million?
Oh my gosh.
he's at like 109 now.
I think so.
Oh wow. So he has like generations of followers then.
I don't know how many of those are dead accounts.
They're probably dead accounts too, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. I find him entertaining. Obviously, it's a select crowd of people for a select age group. Where?
Speaking of YouTube, also I was watching a lot of YouTube for the pandemic, dealing with anxiety and stress. ASMR videos, oddly relaxing.
Yes, I love them.
I don't know what it is. I'm like, I love the tingles. I do.
Yeah, I like ASMR. AMSI. Mispronouncing it. You know what I mean.
I've fallen asleep with the videos playing, and then I'll wake up and it's just cycled through like a couple videos. I'm like, oh, it actually put me to sleep.
So it's like music in a way.
Yes, but it's just like soft whispers.
Great.
Oh wow.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just looking at that, it's like we get like 9 views per video on YouTube. Just seeing that, it's like,
yeah. No, I like watching YouTube videos. They definitely help me alleviate stress and anxiety as well. I particularly like journal videos when people start to scrapbook and doodle in it. I love those.
Art ones, right?
Yes. They're so fun and calming. They always have the best music in the background. So yeah, I like those videos.
I've been watching a lot of like sewing stuff recently, like historical clothing. Just people like going like, okay, I'm gonna take this design of this 1800s dress and make it themed for Starbucks. I'm like, go off. Like, I'm here to see this. Like, I am ready for it. I
love that.
I'm trying to remember. I'll find her YouTube channel after. I think it's Rachel Maxie. She's really calming. She made a baby Yoda too. Like, she just does whatever she wants. She painted her wall like a forest the other day, just a wall in her house. And I was like, I
think I saw that.
It's just unique. I think I'm tired of seeing people just recycling the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she just kind of does what she wants, and I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Since we're putting out YouTube channels, Evan and Caitlin, it's this like married couple, and they make like a bunch of really cool things. The other day they did keycaps, like a space bar keycap, and so like they actually did a bunch of different, oh my goodness, like all the planets to make it look like space. So cool. And they did everything like out of resin and silicone, and like they also have they have a gaming channel, and they're so cute. Like, I just watching them, I started getting my boyfriend into it, and I'm slowly trying to get his mom into it too, because she's very crafty as well. So I'm like, Evan and Caitlin, just watch them.
I've never heard of them. I should watch that too, but that's really cool. That solar system thing. Let me write down.
Also, if you like true crime,
Ooh.
Millie Sarian, she does Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Mondays, where she just retells a true crime story and does her makeup, and I love her.
Oh, that's so
Great.
cool.
Yeah.
That's different for sure.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of beauty YouTubers don't do that.
No.
Yeah,
I like seeing how creative other people have gotten, especially when they're all locked at home as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the beauty YouTubers are just like, there's no point in doing the beauty if we're at home. Like, we're not going anywhere anyways. I feel like I haven't seen like any, like I do follow a few beauty YouTubers, so I'm surprised I haven't seen like any like tutorials for anything recently.
Yeah, I haven't seen one either recently, but before, when Zoom started to become more prominent, a lot of them did the Zoom makeup tutorials. So what should, you know what I mean? Like natural makeup and like what to wear to Zoom class.
What to wear to Zoom class? Wow.
Yeah, the beauty gurus. I watch right now. It's like Bailey Sarian telling me a crime story, and Trixie Mattel, the drag queen, reviewing children's toys or makeup or whatever, and I'm here for it.
Reviews children's toys?
Usually Barbie, but yes, or Easy Bake Oven.
Iconic for sure.
I love Trixie.
That's cool. I'm gonna write that down too. I watch the same people over and over again.
Actually, just doing makeup has been kind of good for self-care too, because it makes me feel like I'm getting ready for something.
Yeah,
for me.
Everyone I'm subscribed to, and I'm creeping. Like, who can I plug? Who can I plug in the chat?
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Sarah. It's fun doing makeup.
It's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it also is kind of proven this time that I do it for me because I have so many lipstick stains on the inside of cloth masks now. And it's like, I did that just for me. It made me feel great.
It's okay, no one's gonna see your mask.
But no, it feels good doing that, taking it off. Face masks, lovely. Been lovely at this time.
Oh yeah.
Yes, love face masks.
I waited in line at Costco the other day, and I'm like, I'm so happy I'm wearing a mask right now. Like, keeping my face warm. Like,
yeah, they have ones in Aritzia, like designed for outside. It's part of their Super Puff collection. It's really
They
funny.
also puffy, like just
Yeah, they're a little bit puffy and they protect your face, but like the other masks do that too. Like they stop.
please tell me that they don't put like actual down into those, because
I have
There's
no idea.
lining. It's not like there's like a fluffy lining, right? That'd be
I don't know, but I've seen it
or
somewhere.
we're losing sponsors. This is never gonna get sponsored by Aritzia.
It's interesting. You know, they're being creative with their designs.
Each their own.
Hmm.
I bet you there are people out there that are like, I live for this mask. This mask is my life.
There are like content creators who have said that actually that I follow. They take a video of themselves walking and they're like, "Oh, this is a really great mask." But I don't know if it's sponsored or not. So,
Looking them up.
just really like following content creators that are trying to put out positive messages right now. Like even if they are bringing up like really important issues, like Black Lives Matter and a lot of other movements, just also maintaining like positivity around it, not getting negative, being like, hey, let's work together as a community. Let's do this. This is great. It's uplifting. It's not trolls on the internet.
It's so true.
yeah, that is true. I like content creators who provide actual resources for you to learn more about a certain topic.
Yeah.
You know, that's really fun.
Like us.
Yes. We're part of that too, I guess.
Ish. Supposedly. Maybe.
Yeah. I guess we're a different type of version.
I can't find these masks, by the way. I'm looking everywhere. I've never seen so many different colored masks in my life.
You can't find them? That's weird. It's
No.
usually like the first one you see. I don't know.
I'm looking to see which one's puffy on the face.
It should say super puff. No?
Super puff.
Yeah, super puff mask. Face mask? I don't know. Because it's part of that. Unless they got rid of it.
Maybe.
Yeah. I also like window shopping online.
Oh, that's scary though.
It is scary,
Especially now.
but I like it.
You want
Because we can't even go to the mall. See, that's the one.
Oh, that is kind of puffy.
Yeah. It matches her jacket.
Genuinely want to know what's on the inside of this. Also, I don't know if that's me, but something like
Oh, that's my.
or is that you?
I don't know how to stop it. Let me quit it.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's not me.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No
People are
worries.
messaging me.
I just was wondering if that was me. I'm like, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Reply
Sarah's popular.
Sarah
very
gets
popular.
everybody to message her, and nobody gets messages like Sarah. What is on the
Yeah.
inside of this mask?
I have no idea. Okay. I think
Yeah,
we got a little off
way off
topic. It's okay. We do have like one more question. Should I ask, or is Joanna still busy looking?
No, I'm gonna turn it off. This is like way too.
That's so funny. So how would you, because we're all teachers, how would you promote wellness and mental health in your practice as a teacher?
I think accommodation's a big thing. Like being able to accommodate your students, like being able to like first of all, like obviously you're supposed to have a good rapport with your students.
Mhm.
So like I know right now with it being virtual, like obviously you can't really tell like what the mood of a student is, especially if their camera's off or anything like that. But if you create a good classroom environment where your students feel comfortable communicating with you and letting you know like what's going on, and if they can't, like let's say, reach a deadline or anything along those lines, then that's important. I mean, I've definitely had a few teachers where I've gone up to them and I've explained stuff. This was like in high school, and they were not accommodating in the slightest. They're just like, well, you've known about this for like like the last month, and I'm like, okay, but I didn't start working on it up until like 2 weeks ago, and then this happened, and I can't. And like it's
I've
like, well, too bad. you know.
I've always made it a thing with when I've taught grade 8 and grade 10, those are the 2 grades that I've taught so far. I've always made sure that the students are involved in making the criteria, but also that they're involved in choosing their due date, because especially with high school, you don't know what's going on in other classes. So I always would open it up, ask them when they want their due date, and I always preface and say, like, if you have something else going on, you can come to me. We can figure it out. It's not the end of the world. And I did have a couple students take me up on it, and then they were shocked when I was like, okay, well, do you want to hand it in next week or a week later? Like, what's good for you? And they're like, really? And I'm like, oh yeah, if you are responsible and you're on top of it and everything, like, I don't see a problem with that and working it out. Like, stuff happens, life happens.
Well, that's so nice. Yeah, I wish my teachers were like Sarah.
I was like, yes, the end of the month. Handed in. No, but like honestly, like that's really nice. And even telling them that like they have the choice of when they want their stuff to be due, that's really important. Like I haven't seen anybody that I've like any of my associate teachers or like anybody besides that do that kind of a thing. So that's
my
really
AT, at the time, he was like, that was nice that you let them pick what it was due. And I'm like, well, I gave them like a couple options. So it wasn't like 3 months from now when I'm not here. It was like, hey, do you want this due the end of the week, beginning of next week? When do you want it due?
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That's actually a good idea. I like
It had, it had like guidelines. It wasn't a free for all, but
yeah, that's
also
reasonable.
taking kids outside right now. Great.
Yes.
My last placement had outdoor education as a thing for every class. Like, you had to take them outside, and got creative with it. I saw kids doing all different subjects outside, like reading outside for literacy, doing math outside, gym. Gym is probably the easiest one for them to incorporate. But we did art outside.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I know. I think this is a very important topic now more than ever, right? Because kids are going through a lot, especially because they're back in school now, some of them, right? So the transition from, pardon?
No March break.
Yeah, and now the March break's delayed, so it's really tough for kids. So it's really good that we have to, support them in any way we can as teachers. Yeah, I like building relationships with my students too. So finding something that you can connect with. My last placement, some of the boys that I taught, they really liked Pokemon Go. And when they found out that I played it, they kept bothering me. Asking, can we trade now? I had one kid always stay after class asking me if we had enough coins or something to trade Pokemon. If that helps them get by, because, it's busy in grade 7. Yeah, so.
I know when I went back to visit my my placement, like my students, they had like a game day because it was the day before Christmas break for them. And so they invited me back, and I don't remember what we made, but we made something like food wise. And then at the very end, we played like a bunch of like different games. Like I think they played Rocket League and Among Us. And then the moment that they found out that like I had played Among Us before, they were like, what? You know what video games are? It's like, no way. Like, I live under a rock. I was born this age, and I've never played video games. Like, yeah, like obviously, but I think like you said, Sarah, as well, with the whole thing about like just giving the choice that's a big thing. And choice and like obviously knowing your kids is also good, because you can't give them like too much leeway. Like you said, like you gave them those specific dates and they got to choose from that. Like I think that was super important too, because you know, too many options, it's like overwhelming as well.
Yeah,
My
no.
students really were freaking out about Among Us too, and I had them evaluate me on the last day. And on the evaluation, I had screenshot it when I was playing, and it said Miss Rose has been ejected, and I put it at the end, and they lost their minds. They were so happy. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you've played this game? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. If we had known, we could have played the game." I don't think we could have played it, but I know what it is. I had to hear them talk about it every day. So
That's cute.
I miss placement. I can't wait to go back. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. I'm going back to the same class, so I'm especially excited.
Oh wait, you're in the 7-8? Yeah.
Yeah, grade 7. It's gonna be fun. My mentor teacher, she keeps messaging me saying that the kids are so excited.
oh,
I'm like, stop. This is why I teach, because it's fun and it's nice seeing kids actually want to be there with you. So
yeah.
yeah.
I get to meet new kids.
Are you virtual this time around, or are you in person?
I'm in person for history, but apparently I'm going to learn about English. So not teachable I have.
We're here.
I did think about well no, I did think about going back and taking like the required amount of credits and then making English, because I love English. I just didn't take it in my undergrad. Because I think that I would like that, but we'll see. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think of ways to break up the day,
yeah.
especially for mental health, because it's quadmester. So we're gonna be doing history all day. So I need to I'm gonna have to brainstorm. I don't know what we're allowed to do yet, but I'll figure it out.
Wow, that's
Yep.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
How about you, Joanna?
Going back to the same AT. So we're teaching 2 English courses this time around. I'm excited, kind of scared, because I know that sometimes English can be a lot, but looking forward to it. I'm stressed out of my mind, but I'm looking forward to it.
You will both be amazing. I had an English placement for Block B, so that's my second one. It was a lot of fun. So
I had one for Block B as well with it was 3 different English classes.
no.
It was like 2 grade 9 classes, 1 academic, 1 applied, and then a grade 11. It was the new Indig course that they brought in, the Indigenous.
Okay.
So good, so interesting, and the AT that I was with, amazing. Like I can't even say enough praise about her. But yeah, she was doing the whole. She was creating the entire, I guess, like course from scratch, just because like nobody has ever covered it before. So her and I think 2 other teachers in that school were working on it. It's really, really interesting seeing that done.
Yeah.
Joanna, because you did a virtual placement last time.
Yes.
How are you gonna incorporate like wellness and self-care?
We like doing so. My AT last time also did Fridays. Like no matter what, like we had just like a cooking day on Fridays. So like it was a day that like students could look forward to, and like it was a break from the regular, just like doing homework, doing an assignment, we're reading, but it also incorporates curriculum, right? Because it's like reading, writing, following instructions, that kind of stuff. So it's fun. We also like keeping an open dialogue. So like we have like before 9 o'clock, we have time for students to come in, talk about anything. We also had the like 2 EAs helping in one of my classes, and they were amazing. Like they really helped out with the students. They offered like one-to-one support for any students that did need the help, or that wanted to work on assignments that maybe they didn't understand that well. And there was always an open line of communication between like myself, the AT, the EAs, and the students. So it was very like, these are expectations, these are like what you should like, like overall expectations, and like learning goals and success criteria was always talked about, right? And like with wellness, I know that that's kind of seems scary because like I feel like those two things don't really match up, but like I think the simplicity of it, like because sometimes teachers when we make lessons, like it makes sense to us, right? And so we'll like write everything out, like we'll explain it to the class, and like teach like our students will look at us being like, what? I don't get that. But I think simplicity is also a big way of helping with wellness. Just 1, 2, 3, like instructions, working on it together, showing an example, and then getting the kids to do it. So
Yeah, no, those are good points.
that was a lot.
No, that was good.
Yeah,
my old
sorry.
AT had a trivia thing every morning.
Oh, cute.
And they were really excited about it. And I think it's something that, especially if I teach grade 7, 8, I want to continue on. Because they had a chart, and they got points, and then their points as a class, they got like a movie.
Awesome.
I wasn't there when they got their movie reward, but the trivia questions are always fun.
Yeah. Wait, were they just random trivia questions, or?
She has like all these trivia decks, and then she would just pull a card that day, and every morning they would do it. And it was something that all the students would look really forward to every morning, getting to do it. Or
yeah, no, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, those are really good tips to keep in mind going forward. Okay, well, that wraps up my set of questions about this topic. I do have one last one, but that's about this whole series overall. Just to close off everything. So, what have you learned from this podcast experience? Or do you have anything to say about your journey with this series?
I mean, it's been nice, definitely, getting to talk to the two of you and just sharing experiences. And I know that we didn't really have many people comment on our YouTube videos and ask for questions, but it was really nice seeing I guess like family or like friends comment, well, like in person about it, or like over the phone. They're like, I saw your video. Or they're like, I'm so tired too. It didn't feel like it was a break like the last one. But yeah, no, I think that the thing that I learned while doing this was that you really should communicate with your friends. And it's important to look in like different places, like for viewers, right? Like if we weren't doing this, like I would have loved to look in other places for like podcasts or something to do with like education that kind of that wouldn't make me feel so alone with what I'm going through. Like especially if you don't have a bunch of friends. Let's say you're starting out first year, you don't really communicate with a lot of people, or like with it being virtual, maybe you haven't had the chance to communicate with some people or like make friends. I think like something like this was super important, and just knowing that we're all going through this at the same time and that you are not alone is is the biggest takeaway from this. So
yeah, I also have that takeaway. It was this whole this whole experience. Oh, the heart. There we go.
Tech savvy.
Let's bring it back.
No, this whole experience, it's been really nice getting to know both of you more. And knowing again, like Joanna just said, that you're not alone. Like we're all experiencing these things, but actually talking about it and how we're coping, hearing how other people are, taking suggestions, trying to stay on top of stuff. It's been nice. Also, I feel like this is going to be a time capsule, and we'll get to look back one day when this pandemic is all over and be like, wow, look at us.
Look at how young we were, and without there was no gray hair. Like, wow.
Yeah, we should show our future students this. And they'll be like, what?
I fear for my life.
Yeah.
Or not.
I like that we just kind of made it a conversation between friends about a topic. We did get off topic a lot, but
many times.
We made our way back.
Interesting. It's always interesting.
Yeah, we don't want to just have like a Q&A and then move on.
Yeah.
Real conversations.
Yes, I'm here for that all the time. Maybe we'll have a book club podcast coming up. Who knows? I'm just kidding. Joanna looks stressed.
Listen, with everything that happened today, I'm just shocked.
Yeah, I understand. We'll get through this.
Yeah. Life is overwhelming, but that's life. It's entertainment of some kind, even if it's overwhelming entertainment.
Entertainment, that's such a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, life would be bland if nothing was going on.
You're right.
I could just be sitting on my couch, not doing anything.
Yeah, no, I would not want that at all. Yeah. I was gonna say that I learned that I'm not alone too. I totally agree with what both of you have said. I also learned that podcasting is a lot of fun. So, we can definitely do something like that again for another topic, or make my students do something like that. That would be fun. So it's great to have this experience.
Yeah. Side of it is definitely interesting, like setting up a YouTube channel and all of that, and just making sure that like our videos make it up, and it's just honestly like the stuff that you have to go through in order to get it up to Spotify. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if this episode is going to make it up to Spotify though. I'm telling you right now, because there was like I upload through SoundCloud and it wouldn't even let me upload the last one. Like it was like barely. So we'll see what ends up happening. If something, it'll just be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's okay. One platform works.
Yeah. Oh, this is so sad.
I know, I'm kind of sad too.
End of an era with the ZTE girls.
Nice reaction.
Sarah's like, I can't wait to leave and not have to do this anymore.
Well, no, we need to, it's getting sad, so we need to celebrate.
Spice it up.
Crying tears.
Yeah, no, this was a really great experience. Yeah, any other final thoughts or words?
Well, I hope you all get jobs. That's the one thing, I guess, the thing that everyone's stressed out most about. And I hope we all graduate too.
Oh, we will.
Get those assignments done. Get out on track. Graduate. Get a job.
Yep. Wishing you all the best.
As I like cry tears. Just thinking about all that stress.
Oh, Joanna's crying.
If you watched all of our podcasts, or some of them, or pieces of them, thank you.
Yeah.
From the bottom of our hearts.
Let me just get that.
Oh my gosh, wait, no. Okay, there we go. Oh, honestly, like everybody that supported us, even like Sarah said, like even if you watched like 30 seconds of our podcast, or just liked it and didn't even watch it, like it honestly means a lot. And I know that our podcasts are pretty long, and
they're long and rambly.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to people ramble, but like It was nice. It was nice, and thank you guys for this journey is great.
Yeah, thank you for all the support and
Thank
for
you
all
so
the
much.
chats. Love you guys.
You too. Sarah's not at that level yet. I can't tell you. I love you.
Love you.
Sure. How many podcasts? I
I
typically
think I
give-
wrote love on the Valentine I sent.
Yes.
Did I not write love, Sarah? There we go.
Yes.
You haven't got yours yet.
I didn't get mine.
She did it twice.
I didn't get mine yet. Maybe she just wrote it for you, not for me.
No, it's because you live in Toronto, okay?
Yeah.
Toronto mail is scary. I didn't even get my criminal record check back.
Yeah, that's stressful.
Fun. Anyways, we're supposed to be ending on a happy note. We keep going off track. So, Caitlin, you want to end us off?
Yeah, well, that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in to Zooming Through Education. We are so grateful for all your support. We love you, and best of luck. Bye.
Bye.